Okay. So for the continuation of our lesson, okay, so about finding the properties of the hyperbola, okay, so we can have um, more examples, okay, in finding the hyperbola when the given is in the general form. So in this kind of example, okay, the first thing that you have to do is to transform this general form into the standard form. So how? Okay, the first thing is just like the same process na ginamit natin kay ellipse, okay, which is the completing the square. The first thing that you have to do is to regroup according to its variable. Okay, so if we have here 9y squared, okay, that will be 9y squared plus 54y minus x squared plus 4x, and that is equal to, you have to transpose this positive 68 on the right side, that will be negative 68. Okay, so then in completing the square, but before we complete the square, first we have to factor out the common factor in our term. So we have 9y squared plus 54y. So katulad ng sinabi ko, wag na kayo mag-isip kung ano ang kailangan nyong i-factor dito. Kasi kailangan ito'y maging single y squared lang. So automatic, the factor is positive 9. Okay, so this will be 9 times y squared, and then 54 divided by 9. Okay, so that will be 6. So this is plus 6y plus blank. Okay, and then we have negative. Okay, so you have to factor out, since this is 1, okay, you have to factor out negative 1 times x squared. Okay, so we have positive 4x divided by negative 1 is negative 4x plus blank is equal to negative 68 plus blank plus blank. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do is to complete the square inside the parentheses. So half of positive 6 is positive 3. Then square it, that will be 9. Half of negative 4 is negative 2. And then square it, that will be positive 4. Okay, and then the value that you have to add on the right side of the equation is not 9 and 4. So anong ilalagay? Kailangan i-multiply mo muna siya doon sa value na nasa labas. So that is 9 times 9 is equal to 81. And then negative 1 times positive 4, that is negative 4. Okay, so this will be 9 times, factor out this perfect square trinomial, that will be y. Okay, half of, okay, so square root of y square is y, half of positive 6 is positive 3, then square. We have negative, okay, so minus 1 times square root of x squared is x, half of negative 4, negative 2, then square is equal to, okay, is equal to negative 68 plus negative 4 is negative 72, okay, plus 81. Okay, so we have 9 times y plus 3 squared. Okay, so hindi na natin ilalagay yung 1 minus x minus 2 squared is equal to negative 72 plus 81 is positive 9. Okay, so kailangan itong positive 9, the goal is kailangan gawin mo tong 1. So you have to divide it by 9. Divide it by 9, divide it by 9. So that will be 1. So we have cancel. So we have y plus 3 squared over 1 minus x minus 2 squared over 9 is equal to 1. Now this is already in the standard form. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do is to identify kung saan parallel ang ating transverse axis. Okay, so from here, the transverse axis is parallel to, okay, so since yung y ang nandun sa unahan, that is parallel to the y-axis. Okay, so after finding kung saan parallel ating transverse axis, identify mo ngayon ang a square, b square, and c square. Okay, so our a square is equal to, hindi nawawala dyan yung ating a square. That will be 1. So our a is positive negative 1. For our b square, that is equal to 9. So our b is equal to positive negative 3. For our c square, that is the sum of a square and b square. So our a square is 1 plus our b square is 9, and that is equal to 10. So to get the value of c, that is extract the root, that will be positive, negative, square root of 10. So now you have the value of our a, which is positive, negative 1, the value of our b, positive, negative 3, and value of our c, which is positive, negative square root of 10. You can now identify, or we can now get the value, okay, the value or the coordinates of our vertices. Okay, for the coordinates of our vertices, that will be, okay, so saan parallel ang ating transverse axis? So y-axis. Okay, so kailangan kuhanin muna natin ang center. The center of our equation or ating hyperbola is, okay, so this is minus 2, that will become positive 2. This is plus 3, that will become negative 3. Okay, so from the center, since ang ating transverse axis ay parallel kay y-axis, kay y-coordinate tayo mag-a-add and subtract for our vertices. So that means, kakopy natin si x-coordinate. Okay, and then, the next step is, okay, so the next step is to add and subtract our a. Okay, because a denotes for our vertices. So from here, negative 3 plus 1, that will become negative 2. And we have copy x coordinate. Okay, so we have negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. For our foci, okay, so the same process, add and subtract kay y coordinate, then copy sa x coordinate gamit, okay, ang ating c. Okay, so we have 2, then we have negative 3 plus the square root of 10, so that will be negative 3 plus the square root of 10. But if you have the value, the decimal value of square root of 10, you can directly add it to negative 3. And then we have here 2, okay? And then negative 3 plus the square root of 10. Okay, so that is negative 3 plus the square root of 10 and negative 3 minus, okay, sorry. Okay, so this will be minus negative, okay, minus negative 10. For the endpoints of our conjugate axis, so we have the reverse process. Okay, kung tayo nag-add and subtract kay y, kay conjugate, mag-add and subtract tayo kay x. Okay, so our x here is 2, okay, and then our b is positive negative 3. So 2 plus 3, that will be 5, then copy yung x coordinate ng ating center, that is negative 3. And we have 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Then copy yung y coordinate ng ating center, that's negative 3. So these are the 3 important properties of the hyperbola. Kasi magagraph mo siya gamit ito. Okay, pero kulang pa yan. So kailangan natin kuhanin ang length ng latus rectum. Okay, so to find for the length of the latus rectum, okay, so we have the formula 2b squared over a. Okay, so that is 2 times our b squared is 9 divided by our a, which is 1. Okay, so that is equal to 18 units. Okay, so from 18 units, this is the length of each latus rectum. Okay, so divide it by 2 para makuha natin yung ating endpoints ng latus rectum, that will be 9 units. So itong gagamitin natin para makuha natin si L1 to L4. Okay, gamit yung ating focus. Okay, for L1, okay, kay focus, nag-add and subtract tayo kay y coordinate. Ito yon, nag-add subtract tayo kay y coordinate. So kung tayo nag-add and subtract kay y coordinate, ikakopy lang natin si y coordinate. While ang x coordinate is mag-add and subtract tayo nung ating 9 units. So 2 plus 9, that is 11, copy yon, negative 3 plus the square root of 10. Okay, so for L2, 2 minus 9, that is negative 7. And then copy negative 3 plus the square root of 10. Okay, so for L3, Dito ka ngayon titingin for L3 and L4 sa kabila. So that is 2, okay, plus 9, that is 11, comma, copy mo lang yung y coordinate. That's negative 3 minus the square root of 10. For our L4, so we have 2 minus 9 is negative 7. Then copy yung y coordinate. It's negative 3 minus the square root of 10. So these are the 4, okay, endpoints of the latus rectum. Okay? After finding the length of each latus rectum, we can actually get the latera recta, or the length of the latera recta. That is twice the length of the latus rectum. So that is 2 times, okay, we have 2b squared over a. And that is 2 times the value of our 2b squared over a is 18. Okay, so 2 times 18, so that will be 36 units. Okay, so therefore, the length of the latera recta, okay, that's from L1 to L2 plus L3 to L4 is 36 units. Okay, so from here, okay, so there is an additional properties, which is the asymptote. Okay, so in order for us to get the asymptote, we can actually, okay, so delete lang natin to. We can actually get the equation of asymptote using analytical method. Okay, so how are we going to use the analytical method in order for us to determine, okay, the asymptote or the equations of the asymptote? So madali lang yan. Okay, so how are we going to use it? First, you have to get the standard form. Okay, the standard form of our hyperbola. The standard form, so we are now looking for the equation of asymptotes. Okay, so the standard form is, okay, so we have y plus 3 squared over 1 minus x minus 2 squared over 9 is equal to 1. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is to, okay, is to get the square root of each term. Okay, the square root of y plus 3 squared over 1 is y plus 3 over 1. This negative, papalitan mo lang siya ng positive negative. Okay, then get the square root of x minus 2 squared over 9, that is x minus 2 over 3, is equal to, instead of equating it by 1, you have to equate it by 0. Okay, and then get the common denominator, that is 1 times 3, that is 3. Okay, so then cross multiply. 3 times y plus 3, that is 3 times the quantity of y plus 3, that is positive negative. 1 times x minus 2, that is x minus 2, is equal to 0. Since 0 is over 1, because we still have here a fraction, so we can have cross multiplication again. So we have 3 times y plus 3, positive negative, x minus 2 is equal to 3 times 0 is 0. Okay? We can actually split this equation into 2, which is the positive and negative. So we have 3 times y plus 3 plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. And the other one is 3 times y plus 3, okay, minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, solving this equation, okay, we can get the equation of the asymptote. So that is 3 times y is 3y, 3 times 3 is positive 9, plus x minus 2 equals 0. Combining like terms, we have 3y plus x, okay, 9 minus 2 is positive 7 equals 0. So this is the first equation of our asymptote. The second one is 3 times y is 3y, 3 times 3 is positive 9, minus x, negative times negative 2, positive 2 equals 0. So we have 3y minus x, 9 plus 2 is 11 equals 0. So this is the second equation of our asymptote. Okay, so these are the essential properties of hyperbola. Okay, so kailangan lang makita or makuha sa hyperbola is yung kanyang center, yung kanyang vertices, yung kanyang Ang foci, yung kanyang endpoints of the conjugate axis, the length of the latus rectum, the length of the latera recta, okay, endpoints of the latera recta, and also the asymptotes or the equation of asymptotes or line of asymptotes. Okay, so let's proceed to another problem. Okay, so let's have number 4. Okay, let's have number 4. We have 7x squared minus 9y squared minus 14x plus 72y minus 200 equals 0. Okay, this one, we can actually get the center. Okay, halimbawa, ang hinahanap lang dyan ay center. Madali nating makukuha yung value ng center. Okay, paano? Okay, meron tayong shortcut method na pwedeng gamitin para makuha natin yung ating center. We have, if the question is just looking for the center given the general form. Okay, so the center can be derived using this formula, that is negative d over 2a, and we have e over 2c. Because we all know that in the general formula of our hyperbola, so that is ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Okay, in which a is not equal to c. It should be. Okay? Hindi dapat equal ang a sa c. Okay, or sometimes they could be equal. Okay, basta ang sign in between is negative. Okay, so here in our center, we all know that this is our a, this is our c, this is our d, this is our e, and this is our f. Okay, we can actually get the center from our general formula. So the center here is negative. Okay, our d is negative 14. So negative times negative, that will be positive. Okay, that is 14 over 2 times our a is 7, comma. We have e. Our e is positive 72 over 2 times our c is negative 9. Okay, so the center here is 14. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 divided by 14 is 1, comma 72 over, okay, negative 18. So that is 72 divided by negative 18. Actually, the center here is 1, comma, okay, so that is negative 4. Okay, so this is already the center. However, we need to get, okay, all the properties of this hyperbola, okay, aside from center. Okay, ito, ginagamit lang natin to para mapabilis tayo sa paghahanap ng center. So, dito pa lang alam natin na center is 1, negative 4. Okay, so hanapin natin yung kanyang properties, not just only the center. Okay, so ang unang gagawin dito is the same way or the same process kung paano natin kinuha yung previous example. Una is regroup the terms. Okay, so we have 7x squared minus 14x, okay, minus 9y squared plus 72y equals 200. Okay, next is factor out. So kung ano yung nasa harapan ng ating leading term, ng ating leading coefficient, or ng ating leading variable, okay, having the highest exponent, yun ang ating common monomial factor. So that is 7 times, we have x squared, negative 14x divided by 7 is negative 2x. Then add blank for the completing the square. We have negative 9 times y squared. 72y, positive 72y divided by negative 9, that is negative 8y. Okay? And then plus blank is equal to, we have 200 plus blank plus blank. Okay. We have now half of negative 2 is negative 1. Square, that will be positive 1. Half of negative 8 is negative 4. Square, that is positive 16. Okay, so we have now, okay, 7 times positive 1 is positive 7. The negative 9 times positive 16 is negative 144. Okay, so let us factor out the given perfect square trinomial. That is 7 times, okay, square root of x squared is x, half of negative 2 is negative 1, then square. We have minus 9, square root of y squared is y, half of negative 8 is negative 4, then square, is equal to 207 minus 144. Okay, next is we have 7 times x minus 1 square minus 9 times y minus 4 square is equal to 207 minus 144 is, okay, so 200 minus 144 is 36. Sorry, 56. Okay, 56 plus 7 is 63. Tama ba? 63. 207 minus 144 is 63. So from here, sorry, plus minus 1 pala to. Okay, nagdikit yung minus at saka yung 1. Okay, minus 1 square. Okay, so from here, this 63, gagawin natin itong positive 1. So the only thing is to divide it by 63. Okay, so that will be 1. Okay, how many 7 do we have in 63? Okay, so that is 9. X minus 1 square over 9 minus 9. Okay, divided by 63. Okay, there are 7. Okay, meron tayong 7 9 sa 63. So that is y minus 4 square over 7 is equal to 1. Okay, so from here, from this standard form, you can actually identify, okay, kung saan parallel ang ating transverse axis. Okay, so from here, our transverse axis is parallel to kung saan, kung sino nasa unahan, that is x. So transverse axis is parallel to x-axis. Okay, i-graph natin after. Okay, so if we have here transverse axis at x-axis, identify natin ang ating a square. That is 9. So our a, extracting the root, okay, square root of 9 is positive negative 3. Okay, for our b square, that is 7. Extracting the root, that will be positive negative square root of 7. For our c square, that is a square plus b square. And that is a square is 9 plus b square is 7. And that is 16. So that is for c square. So our c is extracting the root, that will be positive negative 4. Now we have the value of our, okay, our a, okay, our b, and our c. We can now get our center. So the center here is, okay, so this is minus 1, that will be positive 1. This is minus 4, that will be positive 4. Okay, so the same process na ginawa natin kanina, okay, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, so kaya nakuha natin kanina is 1, okay, 1 positive 4. Okay, so next is, okay, so since we have now the center, okay, our transverse axis is parallel at the x-axis, so makukuha na natin ang ating, okay, vertices. Okay, for the vertices, okay, parallel kay x-axis, so ibig sabihin, kay x-coordinate tayo mag-a-add. Okay, so that is for a. So we have 1 plus 3, that is 4, then copy the x-coordinate of our center, that is 4. And we have 1 minus 3 is negative 2, copy the x-coordinate, that is 4. Okay, for the foci, okay, so we have 1, okay, our c is positive negative 4. So 1 plus 4, that will be 5, copy the x-coordinate, that is 4. And we have 1 minus 4, that is negative 3, comma, copy the x-coordinate, that is 4. For the endpoints of the conjugate axis, okay, so that's the reverse process. Okay, kung nag-add tayo kay x-coordinate, kay endpoints ng conjugate, mag-a-add tayo kay y coordinates. Just copy the x coordinates. So that's 1. Okay, and then we have 4 for the value of our b. That's positive, negative, square root of 7. So that is 4 plus the square root of 7 is 4 plus square root of 7. If you have decimal value for the square root of 7, you can actually directly add, okay, to our positive 4. And we have 1 comma, that is 4 minus, okay, the square root of 7. Okay, so meron na tayong vertices, foci, and endpoints of the conjugate axis. Okay, the next thing that you have to do is to get the length of the lateral recta. Latus rectum. Length. Okay, so this is length of the latus rectum. Length of latus rectum. So that is 2b squared over a. And that is 2 times our b squared is 7 divided by our a, that is 3. Okay, so that will be 14 over 3. Okay, so 14 divided by 3, that is 14, so that is 4 point, okay, 12, 2 divided by 3 is 67. 4.67 units. Okay, so that's for the length of the latus rectum. Pero pag ang hinahanap natin ay LLR, you just have to twice, okay, the endpoint, or the length, sorry. You have to twice the length of the latus rectum. So that is 2 times 14 over 3. So that is equal to, okay, 28 divided by 3. Okay, so that will be 9.33 units. Okay, so this is the length of our latera recta. So that's it, that is L1 to L4. So since we need to get the endpoints of the latus rectum, if we have here 0.67 units as the length of each latus rectum, you have to divide it by 2. Okay, and that is 2.37. Okay? 2.37. Tama ba? 2.38. 38. Okay, so approximately 2.38 units. So for L1, titingin tayo kay focus. Okay, so our focus is 5,4 and negative 3,4. So as we all know, nag-add tayo kay focus, kay foci sa x-axis. Kaya ang gagawin natin doon, ikakopy na lang natin yung coordinate ng x-coordinate ng kanyang foci. So that is 5, comma, if we have 2.38 plus 4, that is 6.38. For our L2, okay, so just copy, that will be 5, comma, okay, so if we have 4 minus 2.38, that is 4 minus 2.38. Okay, so that is 1.62. Tama ba? Okay, 1.62. So that is 4 minus 2.38, 1.62. For our L3, so dito na tayo titingin. Okay, just copy the x coordinate, that is negative 3, then 4 plus 2.38 is 6.38. For our L4, okay, copy the x coordinate, that is negative 3, comma, okay, so that is 4 minus 2.38 is 1.62. Okay, so these are the endpoints. Okay, these are the endpoints of the latus rectum. And then the last property is to get the equation of the asymptote. Okay, so to determine the equation of the asymptote, okay, so we have to get the standard form. Okay, we have to get the standard form. So our standard form here is this one. Okay, x minus 1 squared over 9 minus y plus 4 squared over 7 equals 1. Get the square root of each term. So that is x minus 1 squared over 9. The square root will be x minus 1 over 3. So this negative will be replaced by positive negative. Okay, y minus 4 squared, the square root is y minus 4 over square root of 7 is equal to 0. Then get the common, okay, the common denominator. So just multiply. 3 times the square root of 7 is 3 square root of 7. Then cross multiply. Okay, so we have here square root of 7 times x minus 1. Positive, negative. We have 3 times, okay, y minus 4 equals 0. Okay, so this is over 1. Then cross multiply. So we have the square root of 7 times x minus 1, positive, negative. 3 times y minus 4 is equal to 3 the square root of 7 times 0 is equal to 0. Okay, then we can split this equation. Okay, we have the square root of 7 times x minus 1 plus 3 times y minus 4. Okay, so for L1, for the first asymptote. So we have the square root of 7x minus the square root of 7 plus 3y minus 12 equals 0. Okay, so to find for the equation of the asymptote, so we have to simplify this, combining like terms. That is the square root of 7x plus 3y. Okay, so we have negative 12 minus the square root of 7 equals 0. Actually, if you have the decimal value of square root of 7, you can directly subtract it from negative 12. So this is our first equation of asymptote. So for the second equation, get the negative part. Okay, so we need to split. So that is the square root of 7 times x minus 1 minus 3 times y minus 4 equals 0. Okay, so we have square root of 7x minus the square root of 7 minus 3y, negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12 equals 0. Okay, so we have the square root of 7x minus 3y, okay, plus 12 minus the square root of 7 equals 0. So this is the equation of our second asymptote. So katulad na sinabi ko kanina, okay, if you have exact value of square root of 7, okay, you can actually directly subtract it from positive 12. Okay, so yeah, that is the way on how are you going to get the properties of hyperbola when the given equation is the general form or the general equation. Okay, so if you have question, do not hesitate to ask me privately, or you can ask in our group chats, okay, for any further questions or clarifications regarding our examples. So thank you so much for listening. That's all for today. Thank you.